Good evening and welcome to the Manteno Village Board meeting for Monday, December 5th, 2022. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and if we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Boyce.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Dole. Here. Crockett.
Here.
Geske.
Here.
Phillips.
Here.
We have a quorum. Tonight, as always, we'll begin with the approval of our minutes. We have our board meeting minutes from November 21st, 2022 that have been included in everyone's packet, and hopefully everyone has had the opportunity to review them. Are there any changes, additions, deletions, corrections? Seeing none, I would accept a motion to waive the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented by the clerk.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Crockett.
Second.
Second by Geske. Roll call.
Crockett.
Yes.
Geske.
Yes.
Boyce.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Dole. Yes. Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Public participation. Mr. LaRock, do we have anyone to address the board?
No one this evening, Mayor.
Okay. Village President's Report. Tonight we have a presentation that the Chief is going to conduct. So, Chief, the floor is yours.
Well, as you know, a couple weeks ago, Sergeant Gagnon retired with 20 years of service with us. That opened up a sergeant's position. So every 3 years we test for supervisors. It involves a written test, oral interview, and department points. And it was very close this year. Number one on our list is Detective Christopher Reynolds. CJ's been with us for almost 7 years. He served as a patrol officer, a detective, on the FBI task force, countywide SWAT member, countywide honor guard member, and a countywide trainer. And with all that experience, he's going to be hard to replace in investigations. But he'll bring that knowledge and experience and leadership that he's gained back to the patrol division, which is the backbone of any police department. CJ didn't wait to get promoted to show leadership. Promoting CJ was an easy decision because he's been showing informal leadership for years, which is very important in a department our size. So CJ, congratulations on your promotion to sergeant. It's well deserved.
You raise your right hand, please. Say aye and state your name.
I, Christopher Reynolds,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and to enforce all laws and ordinances
and to enforce all laws and ordinances
of the Village of Manteno,
of the Village of Manteno,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of sergeant
the duties of sergeant
for the Manteno Police Department
for the Manteno Police Department
of the Village of Manteno
of the Village of Manteno
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, perfect. You're going to do it? Let's go.
Oh, I'll get that picture.
And that guy's an acting sergeant?
Someone told him not to move.
Yeah.
Oh, good one, thank you.
They make this real hard, guys.
You gotta be a supervisor.
Yeah.
You got a special extra clasp on there.
All
All right.
Get some pictures?
Yes.
Don't get pictures, babe.
Come on.
Got it?
One more minute.
You say
Oh, that's a good one. What's his name, so we can tell you?
Dempsey.
Can you look up? Can you look? Oh,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
Mike and I were just talking, we've been around long enough time, we remember when all you guys were getting sworn in, you know.
That's what I was gonna say.
And I remember when you got sworn in, you know, how was it, 5-6 years ago?
7 years ago.
Yep, I'll be finishing my 7th year here in January.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say is, all these are familiar faces from being on the board and, you know, a few of the officers that were here when I got here as well, so. New face, obviously, with the mayor, or with the chief getting sworn in, but a lot of familiar people here, and just kind of speaks to the village of Manteno that we have people that are gonna spend their time and their effort trying to build up our community, so.
Hey, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Congratulations
thank you.
again. Thank you, Chief. Just a couple other items on my agenda. I've got a letter from the Christmas Day Inc. We supported the Christmas Day Inc. They had a golf outing earlier this year, and they sent a letter thanking us for their support. Thank you very much for your generous support of the 28th Annual Christmas Golf in September event. With your support, we were able to continue to serve Christmas Day dinners with all the trimmings to over 1,250 community members at 10 locations throughout Kankakee County who would be home alone otherwise. Families come together to celebrate Christmas in a festive environment with lots of great food catered by the Bennett Curtis House, along with music, fellowship, and even a visit from Santa Claus. Many lasting memories are made that children and adults remember from year to year. We are able to continue this tradition because of your generosity. Thank you for your caring heart. Thank you for making our community a great place to live. If you'd like to volunteer to be a server at one of our locations on Christmas Day, please call 815-614-2697. Warm wishes for a blessed holiday season. Cordially yours, Randy Van Fossen, the chair. They do serve food at, I believe, 10 or 11 locations throughout Kankakee County. One of those locations is here at the Leo Hassett Center on Christmas Day. So I know, so if people are interested in volunteering, they're always looking for help. And if anybody needs a meal on Christmas Day, that's a great place to go. So they've been doing this for a long time. They've got a great committee, and I'll say they've done a lot of great work over the course of the years. So thank you very much for the letter. The only other item I wanted to talk a little bit about was our Santa event or Christmas event over the weekend. On Saturday, Sarah organized another very successful event. Santa Claus came to town on a parade on Saturday afternoon. It was nice and chilly. And then they had a number of other things going on, the business walk and the trees, Christmas tree lane, other things throughout the community, during the day. A lot of people in town. That night at 5:30, we had the coloring contest winners help turn all the lights on. Public Works obviously did another outstanding job this year. Been working since the end of Oktoberfest, and we talk about that over the course of the end of September and all of October and November, and now everybody gets to see kind of the fruits of their labor. But they've been working for a long time. I know it was warm when you started putting the lights up, and it changed.
You were wearing shorts.
And they do this continually over the course of the last 60 days. I know Jim said that evidently we have a lot of squirrels in town that like to eat the wires, and they have to continually go around and repair things on a daily basis because every night there's little varmints that are doing damage to some of the things. So they'll continue to make sure that the town looks beautiful over the course of the next couple months for the holiday season. And I say it looked great. We had a great turnout. Everything turned out wonderful. The lights all went on just as planned when the switches got pulled. So again, thank you very much to Public Works and the PD and everybody that was involved in that. That's all I have. Village Administrator's Report, Mr. LaRock.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing this evening.
You want to comment at all about the people should have received their checks?
The checks did go out Friday morning. We've already heard quite a few people actually got them on Saturday, which was amazing. But I would say if you don't receive it by the end of this week, by all means, give Village Hall a call. We can kind of follow up on it, but it seems like they're getting delivered where they should, so.
We had a little over 1,500 homeowner-occupied checks that went out to a little over $900,000. That you'll be issuing a press release about that tomorrow, talking about all the different things that took place with that. So, thank you, Mr. Larock. Committee reports, Public Works and Utilities, Mr. Boyce.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no items tonight, but my next meeting is the 27th of this month at 7 a.m. right here. Thank you.
Mr. Boyce, Properties and Recreation, Mr. Martin.
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, be a fast meeting. Public Works, Public Safety and Health, Mrs. Dole.
No action items on the agenda tonight. My public safety meeting is Wednesday, the 14th of December at 7 a.m. Here in the Village Hall, or Village Boardroom. Here's a couple of good safety practices throughout the year. They become even more important during the holidays. Travel safely. Driving conditions in the Midwest can deteriorate rapidly during the winter. If you're planning a trip, pay attention to the weather, check the road conditions. Slow down on slick roads, prepare an emergency kit for your car if you get stranded, and pay attention to conditions provided by local authorities and media. Of course, we've got the 9 p.m. lock your doors. Criminals know that the holidays mean packages and gifts. They will take advantage and burglarize homes and vehicles, but the easiest way to deter them is by locking your doors. And also, if you get a brand new TV, don't put the big box of the TV out by your garbage, because that obviously gives somebody a sign that you've got some new electronics in the house or anything that can be visibly. Just take it apart as much as you can. If you are traveling, get an automatic timer for your lights. Ask a neighbor to watch your home. Shovel snow and park in the driveway from time to time. Don't forget to have mail and newspaper delivery stopped, and if it piles up, it is a sure sign you're gone. And remember, you can always let the police department to know that you are leaving town, because the police department never closes. There's always officers standing by and happy to assist whenever needed. If something does not feel right, it probably isn't. You should call the police immediately if you feel your or somebody else's safety is in danger or see something suspicious. Always call 911 in an emergency or 815-933-3324 in a non-emergency situation. So happy holidays, and keep the wreath red, so we don't want any fires and stuff too, so be careful.
Thank you, Mr. Dole. Planning and Zoning, Mr. Crockett.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have anything on the agenda this evening, but we do have a Planning and Zoning Committee meeting scheduled for Tuesday, December the 27th, 7 a.m. here in the Village Boardroom, and the Planning Commission meeting that was scheduled for the 13th has been canceled. And that's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Crockett. Finance, Mr. Geske.
Thank you. I do have something for on the agenda.
You always have something.
Ordinance 2215, an ordinance for the levy assessment of taxes for real property for all purposes of defraying expenses for all corporate purposes for the Village of Manteno, Kankakee County, Illinois, for the fiscal year commencing on May 1, 2022, and ending on April 30th, 2023. We had a meeting on this earlier at 6:40 and went through the details of it. Our assessment will be at a 1.75%, which is below the maximum 5% without the requirement of a public hearing. Based upon our calculations, the average that would affect homeowners is $9.29 on their tax bill. If next year's a repeat of this year, that'll affect them $0.
Yeah.
So,
They'll get a bigger rebate.
yes. In addition to that, I have payment of bills in the amount of $1,012,063.45, of which TIF bills from TIF 1 are $632.50. Our bills authorized and paid between board cycle are $934,950.69. Next Finance Committee meeting scheduled for December 14th at 7 a.m. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Geske. General Government, Mr. Phillips.
I have nothing on the agenda tonight, Mayor.
All right, so the items that we'll be voting on the consent agenda are as follows. Under old business, we have nothing. Under new business, we have ordinance 2215, which is an ordinance for levy and assessment of taxes on real property for all purposes of defraying expenses for all corporate purposes for the Village of Manteno, Kankakee County, Illinois, for the fiscal year commencing on May 1, 2022, and ending April 30th, 2023. And the payment of the bills in the amount of $1,012,063.45. Are there any items on the consent agenda that need to be voted on individually? Seeing none, I'd accept the motion to take a single roll call vote on the question of passage of the agenda items as read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Crockett, second by Dole. Roll call.
Crockett,
Yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Accept the motion to approve by unanimous vote the ordinances, resolutions, motions, and orders contained in the consent agenda as read.
So moved.
Motion by Geske,
Second.
second by Dole. Roll call.
Geske,
Yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Comments tonight? You got anything you want to talk about tonight, Mr. Boyce?
No, you nailed it with all the good work, all the good employees we have that made the other night look spectacular. So, Jimmy, good job. Sarah, good job. That's all I got.
Yeah, the gas warmers were a highlight too. I think,
Oh, yeah.
we're not used to the cold weather yet. You know. Mr. Martin?
I don't know whether I've got more compliments about Saturday or people got their checks on Sunday. They woke up Sunday morning, so the mail must be delivering Sunday, because a bunch of people said, oh my God, we had a great time Saturday. Oh, by the way, we get our check. So both were hits.
Good, good.
Both were hits.
Mrs. Dole?
Well, we don't want to leave out Ryan either, because Ryan and Chris put a big part in, and the police department and the fire department put a big effort into getting things done too. So appreciate everyone.
Yeah, and I would encourage people over the course of the next several weeks between now and Christmas to come up and take a drive down Main Street and through the square and the whole area and kind of, enjoy the lights and, stop at one of the local businesses and spend some money too. That's the whole idea of trying to make Manteno look nice, is to entice people to come here and spend some time. Mr. Crockett?
Just congratulations to Officer CJ for his promotion, and Jim and the gang, a great job again. Every year, awesome job.
Mr. Geske?
Same things. Town looks great. Good job, Jim. The only other thing I'll make mention, if people are watching this on TV, is kind of a little shout out for our basketball, girls basketball.
Oh, yeah.
They're making a run for
Wednesday?
their repeat to state. They have sectionals on Wednesday at 6:30, so anyone that can come and support them.
Eighth grade.
Eighth
girls.
grade's making another run. Hopefully it'll go a little further this year.
Is that in town here?
It's in town, it's hosted at our elementary school, so.
Great.
And it was extremely exciting.
middle
that
school.
The last game, they had a bunch of kids. We almost like to get a school bus or something to take, because the kids were at Peatone, and there was a bunch of kids there
Good.
that
Good.
were supportive, and that I'm sure encouraged the girls to do better. So,
Good.
and they did. So
So Wednesday at
Wednesday at 6:30.
6:30. Mr. Phillips?
I congratulate the sergeant, and Jimmy did a great job. He could have did a little better with the weather. I will tell you,
His job was to keep the snow
It was
away.
cold that night.
Yeah, we didn't have snow.
But
That's
we were
good.
jam-packed with people,
Yeah.
so they really came out.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It really was.
So all the effort you put in paid off.
now we have to figure out the weather, right?
And I didn't see Tim Boyce there at all.
A few more lights for next
I was Santa.
I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So,
Motion by Martin,
Second.
second by Dole. Roll call.
Martin,
yes.
Dole,
Yes.
Boyce,
Yes.
Crockett,
Yes.
Geske,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you for coming, for watching.
So I'll leave that stuff.